Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and in this video I will be reviewing Five Nights at Freddy's The Fourth Closet by Scott Cawthon and Kira Breed Risley. The last time I'm saying this, I hope I'm pronouncing those names right. Yeah, so this is the final book of the Silver Eyes trilogy, and I'm just going to keep this video kind of brief because a lot of the opinions that I have about this book are the same ones that I have about the first two books, so if you want a more in-depth review of the trilogy as a whole, just make sure to go back and watch those ones as well. So, as always, we are going to read the back, and it says, "What really happened to Charlie? It's the question that John can't seem to shake, along with the nightmares of Charlie's seeming death and miraculous reappearance. John just wants to forget the whole terrifying saga of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, but the past isn't so easily buried. Meanwhile, there's a new animatronic pizzeria opening in Hurricane, along with a new rash of kidnappings that feel all too familiar. Bound together by their childhood loss, John reluctantly teams up with Jessica, Marla, and Carlton to solve the case and find the missing children. Along the way, they'll unravel the twisted mystery of what really happened to Charlie and the haunting legacy of her father's creations." So, yeah, the back of the book covers a lot of the stuff that I'm about to say in terms of, like, basic plot, but I'll say them anyways. So I might be incorrect here because it's been a few weeks since I actually finished reading the book. I just haven't gotten a chance to record the review until now. But I believe that the book takes place 6 months after the events of the last book in the trilogy, the second book. We're still in Hurricane, Utah. Unlike the second book in the trilogy, nearly all of the characters from the first book are brought back for this final installment in the trilogy. I don't want to say too much about the plot because out of the 3 books in the trilogy, this one feels the most like a true mystery book, so I don't want to ruin any of the reveals. In the last review, I said the second book having less characters was beneficial because it allowed the few characters to be developed instead of having several half-baked characters. But, however, in this book, the way character development was managed was really well done, and I think every character was able to have their moment in the spotlight. While this third book answers many questions, it still leaves a lot of unanswered questions, which is a good thing. I mean, this is, after all, a Five Nights at Freddy's book, so it's sort of the nature of the series. Still, though, the ending, while quite surprising, was pretty satisfying. And this is something that I mentioned in the last book review, but the trend of the trilogy to become more dark as you progress through the books definitely holds true. In terms of content, this book was probably the most graphic, but at the same time, I think it was the most creative in its use of imagery. I will say personally, one scene that I really enjoyed was one where I think it is Carlton and Marla are navigating a mirror maze, and there's a lot of good imagery in that section particularly. I wouldn't say there's much that I would want to change about this book. It does a good job of serving its purpose, which is to bring the trilogy to a close. And it answers most of the questions while still leaving room for speculation and other things to be discovered. So, with all of that being said, I am going to give this book a solid 8.5 out of 10. This was definitely my favorite book in the trilogy, and while it isn't anything revolutionary, I think it serves as a great end cap for the trilogy, while also being able to hold its own outside of the context of the series. So, yeah, that's the end of the review. That's also the end of the Five Nights at Freddy's trilogy. There will be more reviews coming for other books. I've been a bit busy lately, so it might take me a while to read through a book, write up a review, and record it. It's going to be a mixture of books. I will be, at some point, reviewing the Fazbear Frights books, but that will be in the future. I don't know how. I don't know when, but it will be eventually. Yeah. Other than that, though, that is the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.